I was talking today with one of my engineers. He's making more than the rest of his family makes in 6 months per month. That is, his monthly income is 6 times that of the entirety of the rest of his family. Siblings, parents, his wife, everyone. And he can't even picture what to do with that amount of money. It sits in his bank account. He's somewhat paralyzed with what to do with it. And founders hit the same wall. And if you can't see further than where you are today, neither can your team. Now, of course, what I'm discussing and the people with that vision are visionaries. Probably a term we've all heard of, at least used, if we don't even know what it quite means. But a visionary is capable of pulling people further than they can go alone. And this is an idea that I've had in my head for quite some time, since I was probably quite young, where the biggest thing that I've always wanted to be really, really good at personally is bringing together absolutely incredible people and helping them, all of them, do significantly more together than any of them could have done individually apart. And that is kind of a bit of how I think of leadership. And of course, your team's only going to be able to reach as far as you can imagine. And this is why you need some kind of visionary type leader. Because a visionary is the one who, even when all things look bleak and blank, are able to say, no, let's go. It's right there. We can go and get it. You know? I'm going to butcher the story, but I want to say it was Christopher Columbus. Maybe Magellan, but I'm pretty sure it was Columbus, who, his team wanted to turn around where after they were more than halfway done with all their rations. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but let's just say they had 100 days worth of rations. They were 70 days in. They still hadn't seen the shore of what they thought was going to be India as they sailed from Europe. And they were, the team wanted to turn around and head back because they thought that they weren't going to do it. The team wanted to go to certain death because they felt more certain about that than continuing forwards towards the thing that they kind of lost hope was going to be there. I've heard tell that Columbus would climb the mast of his ship every day and go to the crow's nest and say he can see the land even when he couldn't, but he just knew it was there. And that is a man with vision. And to grow your company, you must be able to expand your vision first. And for example, I sat down with my team member and I was discussing with him, well, what is the life you want to build? Why do you want to make money in the first place? And he struggled. He didn't really know. And obviously, it's not just about the money, but I'm using this as a very real example that hit me today about vision. Because he grew up in a country and in a place where the type of money that he's making is absolutely absurd compared to the typical income in his country. And so he's just not had the right influences, not had the right environment or exposure to even understand what to do with that kind of money, how to treat that money responsibly, for example, how to make that money grow further, how to invest that money to better himself, to better his family, his community, and eventually the world. It's actually a framework I got from Sir Richard Branson when I went to hit Necker Island. I think in 2022, I think was the first time I went, and it was when he was talking about this. And Sir Richard Branson, British billionaire, right, one of the most successful people in the world, one of the most well-known, was telling me, start with you and focus on prioritizing you and yourself. And once you've got your own things in order, focus on your family, those really closest to you. Care for them, contribute to them, and make sure that they're doing as well as they can be. And then focus on your community. And then focus on the world. And I was saying that to my team member today. He needs to figure out and refine himself and help his family, find a way to then help his community, and then continue to make a positive impact in the world. But to do that, you have to have a vision for who you are and who you want to be. It's actually a question that I've been asking myself for, at this point, many, many years. Continuously, who am I and who am I becoming and who do I want to be? And it's something that I repeatedly use and think about whenever I'm making big decisions, whenever I'm trying to decide, should I do something, should I not? Well, who's that going to make me more into? I think it starts with the personal, but it builds up. And so it starts with you personally, and then it affects your team around you and the future of your company, which in a way is also your community. And then the impact your community and your company is going to have upon the wider world. And all of that stems back to originally you as the founder. What is the mission? What is the thing that you climb up the mast of the boat and say, I can see it, even when you can't literally, but you know it's there. And many of the most amazing, incredible people that I know who have, yes, tremendous financial success and tremendous business success, but they're also just tremendously respected, amazing individuals in their own right. The biggest thing that all of them have is a rock hard, iron certainty about who they are, where they're going, and the change that they're affecting as they move through the world. And it's something that I continuously try and refine in myself. It's the thing that I see the biggest in our clients, our most successful clients in our studio. All of these people are brilliant people. And it is your responsibility as a founder to work on becoming more and more of that yourself, such that you can affect everyone around you. And that includes your business and your team members, includes your users and your clients and your investors, includes your personal life. It includes your kids, if you have kids, or your partner, or your parents, and everyone around you. And this is something, honestly, that I feel very passionate about. And it's very late here. I'm very tired of it, a very busy day, but it's honestly something that really affected me today, and it got me thinking. And so it's something that I really wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully provoke some interesting thoughts as well. So thank you, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.